We are live. Let's take a moment to enjoy the beats by Ray Ray Beats.
This is...
Here we go!
A little Mario sound effect in there. I like that.
The beginning of it sounded like a piano bar from like the Frank Sinatra era.
Nice. Smooth.
This reminds me of Jamiroquai.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah, this would be a good skate park.
Oh yeah, Ray Ray Beats can make some bangers, man.
Yeah.
Is anybody concerned about Embiid slumping right now? For 28?
Nope. Embiid's gonna dominate forever, bro.
Dwight Howard was just taking fucking threes. This game's a joke to them.
Yeah. Well, Embiid for president.
Isn't it over already? Isn't the game over already?
I mean, it's over. We got like 21 with 4 minutes left.
Thank you, Ray Ray Beats, for the wonderful intro music. We have a variety of beats that we can change it up every week, but let's get on with the show, fellas. Take it away, Bren.
Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Quarterback Factory Show, QBFS episode number 39.
39.
And we're gonna give 39, and we're gonna give a shout out to that freaky-haired former Superman Duncan. Sometimes questionable with his off-court stuff, Dwight Howard.
Go lay down.
Hey, we're watching him throw it down right now, man. He was killing it earlier.
Oh,
I thought you were going to give which
Where are
one?
you gonna go? Who?
I just lost it. I had it on the tip of my tongue. But no, never mind. Josh Adams is 29, not 39.
We did the Josh Adams.
We did.
Yo, you know who I heard today? A bust-out running back. Bryce Brown.
That was awesome.
Remember Bryce Brown?
Yeah, he had like a great 3-game run.
Yeah, he did.
His best game was that game. I was sitting next to Biggie at this game.
Is that Carolina?
It was against Chicago. The one
Chicago.
we beat Chicago 54-11. Vic,
Yep.
Bryce Brown. I think Bryce Brown. He had like 75,000 yards or some shit like that. I don't know. It was
a lot of yards.
75,000.
It was crazy. I remember it was like a Madden game. Like the Eagles were just everybody had like ridiculous stats that game and dick
I
the
was
Bears.
running.
But
Anyway.
it was crazy.
Even Danny Watkins played well that game.
Fuck.
One and done.
Fireman.
Yeah. But I'm Brendan Casey. No sound effect. Cool.
Sorry.
Oh shit! Here we go
I
again.
just clicked whatever my
That's
finger
me?
hit first.
Damn, man.
For now, I guess.
Hamburger.
How about that? Did you eat
You're
dinner yet?
slacking, bro. Blanco, we're gonna have to replace you, bro.
Do you know there's no
with an
ham
AI.
in a hamburger? Is that
I'm Michael Jordan.
How about that? You're
It's
Michael
named
Jordan.
after a city, not a product.
Huh?
It's named after a city, not a product.
You ever have a steamed ham?
There's a city named Hamburger?
In Germany. Hamburg.
Hamburger.
You ever had a steamed ham? It's basically
No.
What is the greatest
Just-
beers
just a-
in the world?
just a hamburger that you make in a steamer instead of a grill. It's pretty good.
The greatest
What the
beer
fuck are you
in the
talking
world.
Hamburger.
Okay, so
Perfect.
I'm gonna
this is a
freeze
sports. This is a Philadelphia sports talk radio.
It's an urban
Podcast,
legend
whatever.
that never happened.
Yes. The hamburger is not German.
it. Is a hamburger a sandwich?
No way.
No way. It never happened.
Yes, it is. I guess it's a sandwich. All right, we gotta stop bullshitting here. So anyway, Brendan Casey here, and with me as always is our Philadelphian technical Jedi Master, Mr. Michael W. Parks Jr., aka Blanco. Yeah, you remembered your sound effect.
Mm-hmm.
We got our resident Googler and the man that put out that banging ass Q&A blog on the Flyers, the author of the Dan Rant, Mr. Dan Wetzel.
What's up, everybody? It was good, right? Came out pretty good.
I'm gonna give you all food sound effects.
Loved it. Your
the
blog,
blog was dope.
The blog was better than the Flyers play against those assholes up in Tuckahoe or wherever the fuck or wherever they were.
Pure fiction.
Yeah, pure fiction. And we got Mr. Sean Palumbo in the house as always. The man is always blogging. What did I call you before?
You're a
The
poopy head.
editor in chief.
Poopy head.
There you go.
Poopy head.
Poop fist. So, a couple things on deck tonight. Talk about. Obviously, we're all watching the Sixers right now dominate.
Somebody put your
Dallas
camera
Mavericks.
to the Sixers so I can watch too. I'm not watching the Sixers.
What's wrong with you? Do you have a TV in your house?
We have a baby.
I definitely don't get any channels that
We have a baby
play
emergency.
Sixers
Do you have
or
any
Flyers
kind of-
or Phillies. No. I have an antenna. I get Eagles games. It's the only sports I can get.
Jesus. What do you like read or something?
I produce
sipping
internet.
on-
I produce internet TV shows. I have no time to watch internet TV shows.
Blanc Fritz.
Blanc
Blanc
flicks.
Fritz. Check your shit. Oh, we already lost Sean.
Yeah, he's got a baby
Oh, yeah, where
emergency. Adriana, I can hear her in the background.
I can hear. Poor Aid. Hope she's
No way.
okay. Yeah, probably.
Oh, God!
That's Sean. Please
I think
no.
they can. Yeah. We're down one man tonight. Our Eagles Encyclopedia, Michael Rayla, is
No way.
not with
He's
us.
recharging his head.
Yeah, he probably is.
It's been on battery
my
this
man-
whole time.
Yeah.
All 39 weeks. It's been on battery mode.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
My man's got 2 under 2, so
Yeah.
he,
I was just talking about. We just talked about that.
yeah, he can. I'm sure he needs a little time out from
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear Aid.
The lowest number ever.
202.
So before we get too far off the track, things I want to talk about tonight. I said that I wanted to. It's been a 1 week exactly since the Carson Wentz trade. We've all had time to digest it, see how we're pretty much a knee-jerk reaction type of city when it's like a lot of the sports, especially with trades and releasings and all things like that. So just like if you've had any change of heart, any change of thoughts or going forward at all, talk about Sixers a little bit. All-Stars elected this week. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, both made the All-Star team. Tobias Harris got snubbed. Doc Rivers is actually the coach of the East Coast All-Stars, which is
it's
pretty
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Which
pretty
he
good.
should
Pretty
be
cool.
because they're in first place
Yep.
and still dominating the Mavericks right now. Luka
Yep.
or not.
Good.
Fuck that dude. Phillies all up on the spring training tip. They got, I think it's Sunday, right? Play their first spring training game. It's not
But
televised.
it's not. Yeah, I was gonna say not televised. I think the
It
one on.
might be for us coming up soon. There should be one that we'll get.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Tuesday maybe.
Something like
looking
that,
at,
maybe.
I was looking at the spring training schedule. I know the first one's not, but
Gotcha. Flyers got back in the win column at least, but they kind of sucked up at Lake Tahoe there, like I said earlier. So, and Eagles did make some moves this week, releasing Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson. We'll get your thoughts and inquiries on that as well.
and Malik Jackson is
And Malik
going to be
Jackson.
released.
Yeah, he's going to be gone too. Probably with a lot of other people too,
Yeah.
quite
yeah.
honestly.
Which should happen. Which, in my opinion, should happen.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, so
Implode.
first start off with it's been a week since the Carson trade. Has your feelings, emotions, thoughts about the whole entire situation changed at all? 'Cause-
Delete!
From my brain. From history.
'cause usually, yeah, I was waiting for the other delete.
I didn't want to keep going on.
Just no.
Uh,
I found the GIF for that. I sent you guys the GIF for that the other day too. It has to be the GIF for that audio, where the
Is
dude's
that-
like, "Delete, delete, delete." There's a GIF to go along with it. No idea where it's from though, but hey.
So, anyway, I don't know if I touched on this as much last week, but I hate to say it like this, but you kind of got what you were going to get for Carson in a sense. You know?
That I changed my
I put out a
I
Facebook
just
post.
changed to. On
I was like,
the-
look, you got a 3rd round pick and a 2nd round pick that could possibly turn into a 1st for a quarterback who finished the last 5 games of the season on the bench. and was statistically the worst quarterback in the league last year. They weren't trading for 2017 MVP type level Wentz. They weren't trading for 2018 comeback Wentz and 2019 Wentz that led the Lone Chairs to a playoff berth in the last 5 games of the season. You weren't trading for that. You were trading for the product that you had in 2020, which was a last place worst quarterback, like I said, and he finished the last 5 games of the season on the bench. If you're the fucking Colts, you'd be fucking high if you're giving up multiple first round picks and players and all this other shit for that. Put yourself like that. Say if we were in that position and we just saw the line. Say if it was Matthew Stafford and he had the same type of season that Carson Wentz had, and you're like, you know what, we're gonna give up 2 or 3 first round picks and a second and a third for Matt Stafford, who just sucked ass. We would be burning the city down right now. So, in a sense, you got a third and a second that will most likely, hopefully, become a first for all those reasons that I said about, finishing last and being on the bench. I, in retrospect, don't think it's a horrible trade. If you were trading for 2017 Wentz after that whole MVP run, or like I said, even after 2019, when he had that great run at the end, then okay, you want to step up your offer a little bit more there, but I think it was a good deal.
Yeah. I can't say it's a good deal. It'll never be a good deal to me. There's just like, I do believe there's nothing we could have done about it. It's definitely better than keeping him and him being a highly paid player who's probably not going to play for a whole year, and then he's gone the next year. And the more I think about it, the more it's clearly obvious Carson Wentz was never going to overcome this in Philadelphia. So, and when you, like you said, you look at it on paper, there's a stat out there, the amount of quarterbacks. There's like a handful of other quarterbacks who were decent and then had this kind of a drop off in their career that Carson had, and like the whole list, none of them came back from this amount of a drop off. So Carson Wentz, statistically speaking, coming back from this abysmally shitty season is very unlikely. Obviously, we're looking at it through a different lens. We know that he needed a different scenario. He's going to Frank Reich, and I think in most Eagles fans' hearts, we know that he's probably going to be pretty good, at least, over there in Indy. And
could be.
I don't want to root against him. I'm not rooting against him or anything.
I am.
Best case scenario, I'm not going to root for him. I'm definitely not. I'm not sitting here with a voodoo doll just stabbing him. Although maybe we should.
He's already being a bitch over there. He's like, "Can I have 11?" Tyrone's like, "Hell no, it's my number." He's like,
I like that.
Okay,
I hope that domino
Keep
effects into him just like becoming a bitch again over there. That would be funny as shit.
Okay, Tyrell. God bless Tyrell. Thanks. You can have 11. It's not a problem.
But like I said, it's clear he's never going to overcome the pressure. Even before last season, I had that feeling in the back of my head, like it's just impossible for a man to come over that kind of pressure to live up to the hype of your backup quarterback winning the Super Bowl for you and getting a statue and yada, yada, yada. And, of course, the fan base is always going to be divided on him and everything that the Eagles do. And it was at least we got something for him, I guess we could say. At least we got something for him, and this didn't go even worse.
But you got something good for the product that you had out there. So that's all I'm saying.
We got something we can work with for the future. Hopefully.
But we created the monster that led to us getting that type of value.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. That they didn't.
If we wouldn't have created such a toxic environment there. I mean, at the end of the day, I still put the blame on him, because if it wasn't such a situation where he just felt like he was the asshole, where Carson felt like he was the asshole in the room, there's a chance, even if we wanted to go another direction, even if we didn't believe in him as that guy, he still would have had a chance to come back this offseason. There would have been less money for a team to absorb. And because, I mean, we're in cap hell no matter the fuck what. if he would have came back this next season, there would have been less money for the other team to absorb, and he would have had a chance to show that last year was an outlier. And even if we did want to go in a different direction, draft another quarterback, whatever the case might be, that value would have been substantially higher. And that's,
Well,
you know what I mean? That's on us for creating that situation.
Yeah, but it's coulda, woulda, shoulda at the same time because it's done. The deal's done, and they paid for what they got. And yes, at the same time, it is because of the whoa, I almost fell. It is because of the organizational fuck ups that failed to surround him with talent, and that's what made him suck.
And it's like, what are these draft picks worth?
He does, but he has a lot to take on with that blame as well because he sucked. Yeah. He sucked.
I mean, you gotta. That's a good point there because like you gotta see this coming back, and when he came in the league in 2016, he didn't just inquire these problems during this season. It was like the things that we've seen throughout this season weren't stuff that just happened out of nowhere this season. If you dated back to when he entered the league, man, he had fumbling issues, and his accuracy hasn't been the best either. So to put the blame just on the Eagles on this one I don't think is all the blame, but you got to blame some on Carson too because those problems been there since he's entered the league. Just that's from what I'm seeing.
When was Carson's accuracy at its best?
I think like 68%.
Under what said when?
2018 or 2019. I think he was around 68.
Really? It was better than when he was under Frank Reich? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because 2017, I think he was like around 63 or 64.
I can pump it out real quick if you just give me a second.
Carson's accuracy was never his strongest suit. It was his arm, his deep ball, and his
mobility to just get out of the pocket and then throw the ball.
Yep.
So
not since having a kid though.
Man, that got him.
Got it.
Or might have been before the kid. You know, might have been 9 months before the kid when he lost his virginity.
Yeah,
good Christian boy he is.
We just need
and that was it.
We just need a combination of McNabb and Carson's throwing ability because McNabb threw him in the dirt and Carson sailed him too high. So we can just get that right in the middle there. Maybe make a connection. That would be great.
With Nick Foles' mental fortitude.
Yeah. I'm just going to sling it.
I think if you think about mental fortitude, I think Hurts definitely has that aspect about him. Mental fortitude, that confidence on the field. He definitely has that. So if he can
talks about that, but it's like he did the same shit Carson did. He lost his job and said, I want to be a starter, so I'm going to go to Oklahoma. I'm going to transfer because Tua took my job.
Does he talk like that?
Probably.
I mean, might as well be. He probably was at that time.
I think him and Dak have the same voice, right? They're both their voices.
2018 was his best completion percentage year, right? But do you factor in his broken back and his injuries that year in 2019?
Spinal.
2017, he did his
Doctor said I need a backiotomy.
Was at 60%.
It was 60. There you go.
Yeah.
I thought it was 63. I was being generous.
2016, he was at 62%.
This is his rookie year.
His rookie year. So.
Yeah, a lot of those numbers were inflated by that Denver game.
Well, he didn't have to throw it that much because we literally blew out every fucking team we played that year.
Yeah, man, that was wild.
He was taking a lot of chances downfield just because having Alshon as the jump ball threat, Torrey as the field stretcher.
Yeah, Torrey Smith was a big deal there.
You know what I mean? That's one thing that kind of drives that completion percentage down. But still, with this Jalen Hurts,
and we had Nelson Aguilar for 1 year.
The man did nothing.
Yeah.
He did the same shit Carson did, so I don't get where this toughness and leadership is coming from. The dude tucked his tail and transferred to another fucking school.
No, I don't watch college football. I didn't know anything about that. I'm just talking about what I see on the field on the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. He got benched.
Well, I know you're a big Jalen Hurts hater though, so that's okay.
I mean, it's not even hate though. That's just straight facts, homie.
Fact check.
I'm just kidding.
Fact check.
He got dumped.
Fact check yourself.
And then ran.
Before you wreck yourself.
Well, for Tua, right?
Yeah, for Tua.
Russell Wilson's going to go play for the Dolphins now. So
Nah, he doesn't want to go there. He said he's only going to like 3 teams.
The Bears, all suck ass teams
Raiders
too.
and
Except for that, I guess the Saints is like the best team that he wants to go to. But like,
Jesus Christ, if he goes to the Saints, I just don't want him to go to the Saints.
He should just go to Tampa Bay. You know, they need a quarterback over there, right?
Yeah, in like the next 3 years when Tom retires at 50.
He's gonna back up Tom for a couple years.
Could you imagine if Russ went to the fucking Cowboys though?
Ugh. You know what though? They're still a slack organization run by a fucking old decrepit crypt keeper.
They'll overpay for him. They'll overpay for him, and they won't bolster the line.
Yeah, when he popped out that box, man, that was some scary shit when you were younger.
Remember he had the riddles and everything.
The punchlines, like real punchlines.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. We're not gonna take this.
They had his head in the guillotine after the movie, remember? And they dropped it, and he got his head cut off, and his head's in the basket. And he's like, "I asked for the final cut, and I got it."
Oh man, that's good.
That's a good memory.
Oh my god, too fucking
man, I got the phone number wrong on our goddamn thing. What's our phone number?
522 76
609.
Somebody give me your phone number. Read me your phone number. 215-936-9389?
No. I think it's 46.
What is it?
I don't know. Is anybody watching? Can you tell us our phone number?
Yeah.
It's 215-436-9389.
I got it.
9389.
Yeah, man, I messed that up big time. 436-9389.
Look, Sean, I know that you don't like Hurts, but the only thing I'm going to say is we as Eagles fans, everybody keeps saying, oh, Carson, you shouldn't have traded him because of his age. And Hurts isn't the guy going forward because he played well in only 1.5 games, and he didn't do any. He played poorly against the last game against Washington. He was like, well, first of all, he only played a half a game. He got pulled. Dallas, he didn't play great. He played good against Green Bay when he came in. He hung in there with the Cardinals, and he beat the Saints. All I'm saying is I'm not ready to, anoint him the next MVP of the league. But it's like everybody's ready to move on from him and be like, he's not the answer. He's not the guy. After basically, 3 real games?
Yeah, so I don't think that's the point.
You have to
give the
no, I think
you have to give him a full season of an eye test.
This is up to the organization right now.
3 games.
If they can,
because if you're going to make the same excuses for Carson Wentz because he didn't have an offensive line and he didn't have weapons, neither did Hurts. But it's like, oh, Carson didn't have it. Oh, Hurts, he just flew.
Listen, if I'm all about giving Hurts a chance, but if there is a quarterback sitting at 6 and you think is absolutely better and it's going to be something that you need to do, it's up to the organization to decide. If the quarterback's there at 6,
it's not up to the organization.
It's way better than Hurts and will be. You take that chance, I guess.
I don't think either of the top 3 are going to be there, and I don't think Mac Jones or Trey Lance are the answer. I don't think they're any better than Hurts.
But imagine us not doing that, and then that's just Philadelphia. Just Matt, did you cue it?
Imagine.
Nope.
There you go. If we do miss out on that, and it just bites us, like we'll go nuts, dude. We'll just rip the city apart if somehow we miss out on
5.
that.
I mean, I've said it before. I said it last week when the whole Carson thing went down. Is that you made this bed by drafting Jalen Hurts, so you might as well lay in it for the year. You might as well lay in it. And even though
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
think I don't think he's legit. Obviously, I'm going to root for him because he's wears midnight green. No matter what, I'm going to root for him. I just personally don't think when you look at what he put out onto the field, and the flip side of, he's a rookie and he wasn't playing with any talent around him, or he played with the same talent, is Doug established a run. He tailor made a game plan for him where we were running more play action and we were running the ball a lot more than we were. He had a little bit of continuity on the offensive line that Carson didn't have at any point during the year. There was no game
There's
film.
14 different offensive line changes.
Yeah, but the two of the fucking, like, the 14 out of 16 weeks, 2 of those weeks were for Jalen Hurts, and there was only one change at offensive line, and that was for the last game of the year. So technically it only would have been 13 of 16, and Jalen Hurts would have been the beneficiary of 3 of those 16 games. Another thing is you have...
Who was the only real starter? Kelsey?
In the last game of the year? Yeah. But then you also have to think about it this way too. There was no tape on him whatsoever. No tape. NFL teams had zero fucking clue what they were getting into, because in 4 games you're going to see 4 different styles of defense, so to speak. So the Saints have a 4-3 blitz heavy defense. The Cowboys run a 4-3 zone type of defense. Washington runs a 4-3 wide 9. Like, you're getting the Cardinals run a 3-4. You got all different types of looks. There was no real way to say, like, okay, this is what we have to do to neutralize him with the defense we run. And then last, it's the people talked about how, it's so refreshing. It's just, oh wow, look, he runs, because he had 13 fucking turnovers and 4.5 starts.
Look, all I'm saying is that give him a year.
Yeah,
give him a year.
We're supposed to give him a year.
Yeah, look, he's our quarterback, so you're just gonna have to fucking get over it. So I don't think they're gonna draft a quarterback. I don't think they're moving up for a quarterback.
I think it would be bad too.
I think it would be bad. I think you put yourself right back into the same position.
You guys are way off base. It would be fucking great if they drafted a quarterback. I mean, we're the fucking quarterback factory show. I'm pretty sure our ratings would go up if they drafted a quarterback.
Oh, yeah. It would be good for us as a show, but bad for us as fans.
Phenomenal for ratings.
I mean, when
10,000 followers. Shit. Wow.
Think about it this way.
After the pick 6, we just gained another 1,000 followers.
At 6.
Thanks, Howie.
I don't know, man. It just how I was thinking about it though. Imagine you're gonna get. You got me saying it every time you play it.
Where the fuck is it?
Imagine.
So if you get Kelsey back for at least one more year. You're gonna have Brandon Brooks back. You're gonna get maybe a healthy
Lane Johnson
and
Sayamalu, Mailata.
So they might have a pretty decent line going into.
You'll have
with
Miles Sanders.
with our division, how shitty it is. There might be some upside. Is where I'm going with this. So but I would agree. That's with the give them a year.
So we could possibly win the division at 7 and 9 again.
Look, I'm not trying to be Brendan positivity, because we know how all that fucking shit went. So I'm saying, but if you got Hurts, you give him a year. He's got a new coach, a new system. He'll have hopefully an entire OTAs, off-season, training camp, a preseason, and a legit entire season to prove himself. If you go in, like you said, Dan, if they got an offensive line, they got Kelsey and they got Brooks and they got Lane Johnson and Sayamalu and Mailata as your offensive line. Good.
That's
then you'll have
healthy. That's probably a top 5
great.
line right there.
And then if you're going to have Sanders in there in year 3, more experience, better blocker, picking up blitzes, he can
bring in another running back, like bring in a
bring in a Marlon Mack. That would
and
be
also
great.
That leads to
Philadelphia Colts.
Not only does it show him, it shows your let your wide receivers play too. That Watkins,
Dallas Goedert
can
step into his own as a number 1 tight end, and then you got all those young receivers. You'll have then Rager's there. He can try to have a better season. Not JJ, not DK Metcalf, aka JJ Arcega-Whiteside, which I still think would be a bust. But there's no buddy away. There's nobody there to take
Is
snaps
he,
away
is he
from
hanging
him.
out with Jalen Hurts like the other wide receivers are?
I don't know, but
Are
and
they
then
all
you got
homies?
if Fulgham comes back and he wants to be Fulgham, you don't have Alshon there to take away those reps from him because that's why he lost his
give
reps last year.
Fulgham work.
And isn't,
Let him play the
give
outside
Fulgham
with
work.
Rager.
And
Isn't
then guess
Goodwin
what?
coming back too?
No, I
They're
think
trying to
they're-
restructure his
Yeah.
contract so we can get him on the low end.
So he might
Save
be like a
himself.
low-end veteran presence in there with the wide receiver group. And then if they do stay at 6 and they have the option to either draft Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith, that's a pretty healthy offense right there.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the way I see it too, is that going after a quarterback this year, it kind of kicks us in the ass from both ends of the spectrum, because if you're drafting, say, Justin Fields and Zach Wilson are both like big question marks. I think either of them can have high ceilings and very low floors. And then secondly, it's like, all right, if Jalen Hurts goes out there for a year and we stink and the trade deadline comes around and we have a fire sale and we trade away Dillard, we trade away Darius Slay, then, we're probably still going to have a top 7, 8 pick. We're going to have more ammo. We're going to have more bullets in the gun going in the next draft, and then we can go get our quarterback. Or if we seem promising and we seem well, then using that number 6 pick on a legit corner or wide receiver or offensive lineman is only going to help this team grow and be better. And you're just adding more pieces to the team that can grow around Jalen Hurts. And then next year when we have more cap space, great. Maybe we can start putting a competitive roster together. So
look, I'll be the first one to sit here next year at this time, and if they got the pieces around them, like I said, the offensive line and the weapons around him, and he shits the bed, then he shits the bed. Then move on.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it.
I mean,
but we know how this organization can kind of be. They might give him an extra year because it's literally an entire new team, like coaching staff included. So they might be like,
you could technically say this is rookie year.
We'll give him another year because it was technically his rookie year. It's Sirianni's first time being a head coach. It's the offensive coordinator. It's defensive coordinator. It's wide receivers coach. It's quarterbacks coach. It's everybody's first time doing everything here. So it's all new. So I don't think that they'd be out after one season.
I think it'd be more of a free year for Nick Sirianni than it would
I think
for
that
Hurts.
I think that this year, regardless of what happens, is a wash in their eyes, and then 2022 will really be the test to be like, all right, what are we working with here? What do we have to do to
what
either
quarterback we drafted in 2022, Sean?
improve?
I can't think of his name off the top of my head. It wouldn't be 2022 though.
There's always like that one quarterback that everybody's like, oh my god,
You see this guy? This guy is gonna be so good.
Ain't there Archie Manning coming out or something soon? Ain't he going to college? Let's get a Manning.
oh yeah, Manning's kid.
2023 is
threw
what
like
I
9
have
touchdowns in the
for a
game.
quarterback. I'm already looking at 2023 for a quarterback. There's he was a freshman this year. He was a true freshman from Missouri. I can't think of his name off the top.
Are there false freshmen? I always wonder because there's
Yes.
true freshmen.
Well, there's a redshirt freshman and a true
Is
freshman.
that what they call the false freshmen? Is the red shirts?
Yeah, that you're a sophomore.
I know what red shirts are.
Yeah,
but that's what they're another name for them is false freshmen.
I mean, no,
False.
no, I don't think anyone.
Play it, Longo.
False.
I don't think I have the false one.
False.
It's false.
It's false. No way.
It never happened.
Wait, you can't call them freshmen anymore either.
It's an urban legend that never happened.
It's first years. First year-er. It's not freshman.
Oh.
Nelly's told me that. But, anywho.
Oh, God.
I what? What'd you oh God about?
I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Heartburn.
No, yeah.
Fart.
Heartburn. Fartburn. Fartburn.
Fartburn.
Yeah.
Fartburn. All right. Well, all I'm saying is just see what happens this year, and I don't think even after this year. Well, see what happens. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, I
depends
like
on what
the
happens.
fire sale too. Maybe too if it comes
Do we have a
down to like
breaking
you're
news
saying.
sounder, Blanco? Do we have a breaking news drop?
No.
No.
Well,
Right.
I'm
I don't
gonna
want
write
to
that
know
down.
what it is if you're cringing.
Breaking
I'm
news.
gonna write
I
that
have
down.
moved off of Pat Surtain at number 6 because I have been doing some research into our new defensive coordinator. And he likes to run more of a zone style defense. So if Jamar Chase is gone by the time number 6 comes around, I'm definitely still perfectly fine with drafting Pat Surtain, but Pat Surtain would definitely be better used in a press man type of scheme, like up in your face, you know what I mean, bump and run type. Um,
What about that dude from Virginia Tech?
he doesn't really do it for me, and I'm definitely not taking him at number 6.
Really?
Maybe if we slid back to like 12.
No, I wanted originally, like, my thing was if Chase is gone, you slide back from 6 to 9, you trade with the Broncos, and you take Surtain there, or
That's fine.
what's that? Or that bull from
Caleb
Virginia Tech.
Farley.
Caleb Farley.
Yeah, but
I'd be cool with that.
I love
But I'm
Samuel Jr. I love him in a
yeah.
zone scheme, which is probably what we're going to run. We're going to see more zone, which is why I think we're going to trade Darius Slay this offseason. I would love to see Asante Samuel
Hope
Jr.
not.
He's just like his dad, man. He is a fucking ball hawk. He's so quick on the break. He can be
I'll be right
10
back.
yards off his man.
But ain't he a second, like, projected for a second round, though?
He's projected second, like a second rounder, like mid-second rounder.
Okay.
Which, I mean, if we can walk away with Jamar Chase, Asante Samuel Jr., one of those running backs, because I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 running backs that are going to be really fucking good coming out.
Should we draft one?
I think so. Yeah, I think we should make an investment. I wouldn't go after like the kid from Oklahoma State, like Chuba Hubbard. He doesn't.
So
really
you would just pass on the linebacker from Penn State too? Was it Micaiah?
Michael Parsons.
Where did I get Micaiah from?
Yeah, you can't draft a linebacker. I mean, if we were to move back like into like the 12 to 15 range, yeah, I could draft. I would definitely be okay with drafting.
Hello, Micaiah.
But
Micaiah Parsons.
I think it's a luxury pick. Parsons is a luxury pick at 6. I wouldn't personally do it.
Yeah, I think I'm just ready for some tough defense. That's all.
Me too.
I agree with dumping Slay for some, for salary, getting that cap down. And
if we can get a 3rd rounder for Slay or a 4th rounder for Slay, shit. I mean, I would take it because we're not going to be good by the time we're really ready to go. He's going to be cooked. I mean, corner's 32, 33 years old. That's pretty much it. That's why we signed him to a 3-year deal. You move him to a team that's ready to compete. That's in need of a corner.
Dallas. We'll go to Dallas.
No, thank you. Good Lord.
Don't you say that.
You take that back.
Yeah, I would.
Don't put that voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby.
Dream scenario: Jamar Chase in the 1st round, Asante Samuel Jr. in the 2nd round, best running back available in the 3rd round, and then maybe come back and hit a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman. I've been looking at Alex.
So has anything changed that makes you different? Your thoughts different going and getting closer? I know we talked about it a couple shows ago, but
scheme
like who? We all know that Sunshine's going first.
Oh yeah, the only big
Jets
move,
going for a quarterback 2nd. Still, we still got that in play. As
Jets are definitely taking Zach Wilson at number 2. I feel like 1 and 2 are set in stone. Miami and Cincinnati are kind of like symbiotic with each. Miami, Atlanta, and Cincinnati are kind of like symbiotic amongst each other. It's kind of like wherever Miami doesn't go, Atlanta and Cincinnati are going to go because they all kind of have positions. They all kind of have moves at the same
I think I don't. For me, I don't. I just don't see the Bengals having Joe Burrow in their ear pass up on his old teammate Jamar Chase.
I can if Sewell's on the board. If Sewell's on the board, what I'm best case scenario is
why would you not want to protect your
Yeah. Best case is someone jumps up to 3 and
pride and joy.
Fields. That's the best case scenario. Someone jumps up to pick Fields or the Falcons take Fields at 4, and
I thought it was Detroit.
No,
Detroit after us. Wait,
Detroit's
after us.
It's Jags, Jets,
Dolphins,
Atlanta.
Falcons, Bengals,
Bengals,
Detroit. Yeah.
So confused.
But I would say that best case scenario is someone jumps up to 3 to draft Justin Fields, because that's going to push everything down.
I'm back.
Oh, my TV's possessed.
No, mine is too. Don't worry. It's just got to be the TNT feed.
Oh.
Skynet.
I'm going to put it on mute because it's really annoying.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, that's my best case scenario, because that'll push that talent down. Atlanta's not going to draft a wide receiver if Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. You know what I mean?
Stopped.
That would push.
You know what I love? You know what I absolutely love? Do you guys want to know what I absolutely love?
What?
Lamb?
Yeah, I love Lamb. I absolutely love that every week we come on here with a slew of topics of conversation, and no matter what team or what we're talking about,
Eagles.
we get dragged into the draft scenarios of the Eagles.
Well, because I mean that's where we're at as an organization.
Just saw you just fly fish it out there like this, man. And you're just waiting for us to just grab it, and then you can.
That's what I do.
Just go with it.
I'm excited. I'm excited for a draft, especially because of Sean. He's been pumping us up with all this information. I feel like I know more about this draft than I know of any other draft in the history of drafts.
Then I'm doing my job. Salud.
So, what's your? Do you take Sewell if he's there?
No, I used to live in Sewell. That town sucked.
I mean, it depends. Those type of questions all depend on other things. Is Jamar Chase gone? Is Jamar Chase? Yeah, then yeah. I would take Sewell over Devontae Smith.
What position is he?
He's an offensive tackle. And he's like Lane Johnson good. He's got he reminds me a lot of Lane Johnson, just having that.
We need young line. That's for certain.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got nasty. He's got some nasty in him when it comes to the run. He's very strong. He locks on, and he don't let go. He's got great feet, great fucking feet, an amazing get off on the line. He's very, very good. He's going to be the type of dude that'll start for you in 10 years.
Nice.
Oh, that's hot.
Gryffindor.
So,
Sewell, yeah.
All right, so let's shift gears just a tad. The Eagles, even though it's not official, they let go of Deshaun Jackson and the rat Alshon Jeffrey this week.
Alshonymous.
Yeah, I know, Alshonymous.
Yo, that meme what was it? The dude that what was the dude that shared that meme? The Game of Thrones Alshon. Just tell Carson.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to know it was me.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was hilarious. That was a great meme. I wish we made that one.
Me too.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
You're the Game of Thrones meme guy too, Sean. What the hell, man?
I know. I'm sorry, man.
That was hilarious. His face on it was like.
Let Carson know it was me.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to thank Deshaun Jackson for coming back and playing one half of football last year.
Yeah, it was great.
It wasn't even a half, bro.
Great.
Yeah, he had that. No,
he played 2
home
games?
opener. The home opener against
Oh, yeah, it was only half. Okay.
Washington. We were there. He had with the Eagles. Yeah, Eagles were down 17-0 or whatever. And he came out and he had like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in the second half of that game. And then he got hurt in warm-ups against Atlanta the following week, and then he didn't play. Then he came out for one play against the Bears and ripped his crotch off.
Wasn't his last play a big touchdown versus the Cowboys?
Yeah, it was.
His very last play.
Yeah. was like 84 or 85-yard touchdown.
I'm gonna find the highlight. I'm gonna put that on the reel.
And then the Cowboys went on a 37-3 run.
Yep. Fucking assholes. Hate you.
God.
Really do. This is like hate that flows through my veins right now for them so bad.
Yeah, no more positive, Brendan. I need breakdown.
Yeah, there I am.
Yeah, when you
That's
lost
not
your
you. That's
mind,
Satan.
when you lost your mind about the Dolphins game in 2019 and how bad the defense was, we fucking won the division. I need that energy all year next year.
I mean, careful what you ask for because you just might get it. And I'm going to probably be sleep deprived, Negadelphian Brendan. So you better watch your faces.
Oh, we might win the Super Bowl. Shit.
Watch your face.
Do it. So, do it. So, what's everyone's feelings on the I mean, obviously, the reasons it was time. What do you think both of their guys' legacies will be in Philadelphia now that they've both gone? Like Deshaun's obviously the longevity's a little bit more. Sean possibly a little bit more close. I mean, he did have the one season win Super Bowl. He makes that unbelievable jump catch on a torn rotator cuff.
Yeah.
But then he becomes a rat, and then he steals money, and then he really doesn't play. So, what do you think those two guys' legacies will be considered in Philly sports history?
Deshaun will always be a legend, just for the moments over the course of his Eagles tenure. First time, obviously not this time. So there's nothing but love there for him. He was just a lame duck at the point that we got him. He was a little guy, and his body was breaking down. Alshon, I mean, he might have ended as a fucking rat piece of shit. And the last time he ever made an impact on this organization was dropping a ball that would have sent us back to the championship game. But the NFC title game and the Super Bowl, he had 200 and something yards and 3 touchdowns in those 2 games, which, I mean, you can't discount that impact. So I would say that thanks. You're still a bitch, but thank you.
Let me interject real quick. We got a comment. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Comment and tell me if I'm wrong. But Oleke29 or Oleke 29 says, "We, as in the Eagles, got a really good coaching staff this year, 2021." So there you go.
I like the staff too. I thank you for the comment, and
thanks for the comment.
I definitely agree. I think that Sirianni.
Yeah. Sorry, I butchered your name.
He might have talked like a buffoon, but it seems like the guy knows what he's doing.
I haven't really thought about being a coach.
Yeah, I don't ever put much weight into press conferences.
I know.
No, nobody will be.
That's my job to just fucking make fun of people. Though.
Nobody will ever be as good as Andy Reid. I will always miss Andy Reid's press conferences. I loved how he was. Olik is pronounced Olik. Thanks, man. Thanks for the comment.
Yes.
And sorry again, I butchered your name, but I won't do it again. But Andy was the man.
You were there when Andy Reid came to Dave & Buster's for the
every Monday
his Monday press conference.
The coaches show or whatever. Yeah,
coaches, Andy
dude, I used to love cleaning up. He had like all the little sliders, the chicken fingers, the build your own cheesesteaks. There's so much leftover food, man. I used to get my grub on while I was cleaning that shit out when I was bussing.
They were the good times, man.
Yeah, they were real good times. I'm
surprised Andy left anything behind. Good Lord.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I think they do have a good coaching staff. I do think that they do have a good coaching staff because
my child
kind of
I hear her.
It didn't feel like he just brought in a bunch of randoms like some of the
yeah,
coaches
I think
did,
that they definitely brought in guys that look. You can say it's almost like the I don't have tape on them type of thing. Like people didn't have tape on Jalen Hurts. People didn't have tape on Travis Fulgham. That's why it did so well. But, it's an inexperience, which is a factor that's already against them because pretty much all of them are first timers. But, other teams don't know what to expect either. They don't know the coaching style that they're going to bring. They don't know what, the type of schemes they're going to come up with and run. So, yeah, start young. And if you're rebuilding, then that's the way you got to do it, in my opinion. So that's the way I think. Yeah, I think they did well. Could have done better. Could have done worse. But at the end of the day, they're still our Eagles. So we're going to go out there and
they could
support
have
them.
brought in Mike Kafka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Was he really a coaching coaching interview rumor or some shit?
Yeah.
For the head coach position?
I don't think he ever got an interview though.
Yeah, I think it was just a rumor. But it was for the head coaching position. It wasn't like rumored for
I think
Deuce's spot or some shit.
Yeah. No, head coach. So back to Alshon and Deshaun. For me, obviously Deshaun is one of my all-time favorite Eagles. He really is. I think I own 1, 2, 3, 4 of his jerseys.
Wow.
I think.
Holy
so,
shit. You have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have.
Isn't that how many times he got injured? No, he got injured way more. Got injured way more than that.
You're hilarious. No, I think that Deshaun, like you said, his legacy will live forever here. His good times outweigh the bad times. He obviously the miracle at the Meadowlands too. Some of his he kind of redefined a little bit. He brought back the small, streaky guys. Like I don't think there's, he kind of broke the barrier there for like the Tyreek Hill type of guys, just like the small burners that will just take your fucking head off. The
road runner.
Because he's like the road runner.
His
like
speed lasted a long time too, man. For considering
the speed
and he had hands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the first thing to go is your speed, they say, but not with Deshaun.
Yeah.
I mean, he was still cooking out there.
I mean, if you're a quarterback and you have Deshaun as a receiver, you have to take some kind of comfort in knowing that you can just heave it, and he's gonna as long as it's beyond him, Deshaun's gonna track it down and catch it.
We all remember that month, the Monday Night Massacre, when Vic rolled out and he just bombed that thing to Deshaun for like 80-some yards, and he just went right in. He accelerated. They always say that like people that practice against Deshaun in practice, they said that he had like practice speed, game speed, and he had just a speed where he would be running and sprinting with a corner, and they would be like neck and neck. And then when he knew it was time to break off, he literally had another gear after sprinting at full speed. It was like, and then he would just go, and that's how corners lost him, because the corners,
1 gigawatts.
Yeah, the corners were running with him at their full speed. They're like, oh, sweet, I'm keeping up with Deshaun Jackson. I'm sprinting at his full speed. I'm feeling good. I got this dude on lockdown. And Deshaun just went over, just like gave him, like you said, it's like a road, like neat, and then just boom, and then just hit another gear and just took off and burnt them. So, but I hear Sean. What you doing?
Yeah, she's upset.
Why is she mad?
Molar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Just
put her outside with her.
Jackson's leaving.
Put her outside with her car. It's okay.
She's sad because Jackson's leaving.
What even me?
She's like, I hear you guys. She's listening to the show. She's like, oh, you guys are talking about Djack bringing back memories.
Yeah, so I think it's a great. You done, Brian?
All I was gonna say is that Deshaun, I think he should, retire an Eagle, and I think he should go. He should go down as one of the greatest wide receivers in Eagles history, for me personally. And as far as Alshon, when he came here, look, I mean, the work speaks for itself that 2017 season, and after that, it was like you said, the drop and everything. But he's a rat prick.
That was a shame the way that Saints came. But it was never recovered from that.
No, but the Minnesota game, and I was there against Chicago when they put up that, or was it Chicago and Denver when they put up that 50 burger, man, and he had like 2 or 3 like outstanding fucking touchdown catches. Like the one he just like wrestled away from the guy on the sidelines and then ran it in like 20 more yards for a touchdown.
Yeah. The opposite of Djack in play style, you know.
Yeah, he was just like
Slow,
a go up and get it,
gummy,
type of guy.
And
everybody held their breath before he caught that touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. It was like, and he went up and pulled that down, man.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of that,
I always got him.
Deshaun thing, I don't think I've ever seen someone throw the ball through the air that far in my life. Vic let that, bro. If you look at that highlight,
Vic had a freaking laser arm, man.
That ball must have went
laser beams
65 yards through the air before it came down.
Yeah.
So here's a quick thing to like kind of throw in with that question. You're out at a bar and you see Deshaun and Alshon. You buying them a beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hoping that they buy the rest of the night.
Both
Those rich pricks.
Buy another one, you rich motherfucker.
I'm not the guy who would talk shit to Alshon Jeffrey's face. I'll talk shit about him on the podcast, but I ain't gonna talk shit to him in his face. I see him like, yo man, you're awesome. Thanks for playing for the Eagles. Let me buy you a beer.
I'm drinking that night. If I'm drinking beer, yeah, me and Alshon are boys. If I get a little vodka in me, I might fight Alshon and lose.
You might have to just bring up like, yo man, what the fuck? What happened? Why are you a rat prick?
And then he'll look at you and be like, tell Carson it was me.
I'll pour some grenadine on his hands and be
like, to know.
Stickiness. Maybe you could have used that in the against the Saints.
Sadness.
Yeah. You know,
Oleg chimed in about Djack. He said Deshaun was the hot girl who said yes to 2 dates and never talked to you again after. With his second stint with the team.
Yeah, he was. That's a perfect fucking. That is a perfect.
Well said.
Perfect. We need Olik to get on the show with us. He's bringing some heat.
Solid comments, my man.
Yeah, dude. That's a good. It's a hot chick. Yeah, and you thought you were great, and they're like, oh, the hot chick talked to me. And then she was like, nope.
Bye.
How about you, Danny? I know you're anxious to chime in on this one. I cut you off there before, but
no. I was just waiting for this that you were done. Like, I think we kind of summed it up there. Like,
imagine we never cut.
Imagine we never. No, it was good, man. I mean, like, there's nothing bad to say with his stint here in Philadelphia. It was great to have him on the side of Macklin. Those years too, it was just gave us some great. Fun. He just gave us some great years. We have a couple jerseys. We got a Pro Bowl jersey out of him. I think you kind of won me on the boardwalk. I think you got me a Jackson Pro Bowl jersey on the boardwalk. Which was pretty dope.
I got one too.
Is that the blue one? Is that the year that B-Dog made a Pro Bowl as a Bronco?
I think so. Yeah, and it does look. It looks like a Dallas jersey. It's like
it's blue with the stars on it.
Yeah, I got the Vic. And the Deshaun from that year.
We have a live update of what's going on with
Adrian. Way.
Oh, the poor kid.
But now
she's like, oh, the picture, the camera's on.
She's so cute, man.
She looks so miserable. She's just like,
Dad, put me on the show, Dad.
Like Rocky, man. Like Rocky.
She was.
Speak up, and he's like.
I think it's between the molars
she just
and
got Clubber Lang
today. Poor thing. She's so fucking overtired, man.
Oh, these molars is coming in.
Come on.
Really,
hurry up.
Are you serious with these teeth?
Jesus fucking Christ.
It feels like a moose is coming through my gums. So, all right, well,
yeah.
Thanks. How many callings do we have this week?
We
have.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Damn.
11.
Shit.
Whoa.
Really?
You want to get to them? I mean,
wait a minute. You just said we had like one.
A lot of them are short. There's some short ones.
Yeah.
There's no long ones. They're all short.
That's good.
All right. Well,
maybe
then we'll play them, and then we'll go on to the all-time steals for draft picks.
Yeah.
Because I'm really anxious.
So you want to do the caller segment now?
Yeah, I still got that list up for what we said earlier.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it's not a good list.
I know,
but
I'll
keep it up.
I'm just curious to see who they think
Okay.
the Steelers are.
All right.
All right, we'll go.
Because it was the title of that too. It's like you can pull up easily, who the top 10 Steelers in Philly or something like that. But this one is like, actually gives us the title of the top 10 Sixers Steelers. So.
That's
and doesn't even know top 5. I think it's.
I think this is probably already a blog article.
Greatest draft steals in Philadelphia 76ers history.
We should turn this into a blog article, a collaborative blog article. This segment.
I like it.
All right, well, let's take.
I just get a robot to transcribe everything we say into the blog. How about that?
Perfect. QBFS bot.
QBFS.
I need a new jingle. It's on my list to get a new jingle, but for now, this is what we're stuck with. This is not a Ray Ray Beats original. This is Blanco Beats. You can tell Blanco Beats is second rate compared to Ray Ray Beats. All right, we're on to the caller. We're on to the caller segment. Anybody watching and doesn't know the show, we do a caller segment. We have the phone number on the screen. You can call it at any time and go straight to voicemail, and you can just leave a message, talk about whatever is on your mind. We like to keep it Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, or Eagles, but say whatever you want. There is no rules, and we typically play everything on the show. A lot of times we don't even screen it. We just play it. So go at it. All right. First message.
Message.
I need to get that sound. That's a good one.
Saying it.
Hey guys, it's me.
Yes.
Nicky. I heard that my dad's been calling in a lot lately, and yeah, he does have your soul down here. Well, maybe the next time I come to Philadelphia for one of those cheesesteaks that you have, I can bring the soul of the franchise back with me. It's a long way from the South, the deep South.
Oh man, I love it.
Well, great job, guys. You do a great show. Thanks.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, little Nick. Little Saint Nick.
Oh my God!
I didn't listen to that before when I saw the transcribe, because it gets transcribed for me, and I just read it. I just saw, hey, it's me, Nikki. I'm like, oh, I thought Coach Nick was calling in, but it's even better. It's little Nicky, Satan's son. All right, next message.
Donald Duck?
Oh, there's
the fuck.
What is Donald's problem?
Coming
Oh my word!
Couldn't even hear him.
It sounds like Donald Duck's on meth.
He's been having a hard time lately, Disney World hasn't really been running at full capacity. He's got some free time on his hands.
All right, next message.
Looks like Pookie from New Jack City. Hitting the crack pipe.
Cheeseburgers, man.
Who's
man,
that?
I'll suck your dick. What?
He shoots him.
What you say to me?
That's menace.
Oh yeah. You said you brought up the cheeseburger, Sean, so you got me on that one.
Oh yeah, that's my fault.
Fuck you say to me? All right.
All crackheads are the same
Next message.
in the eyes of God.
Hey, man, my name's Josh. I just want to say, I really like that Flyers article by Dan, the man, Pots and Pans, Wessel. Pretty cool. Yeah. Go Flyers. Woohoo!
He was excited.
That dude has no emotion.
He was excited. He liked the article. That's cool. You got some fans, Dan.
It's like a robot talking.
All right.
Thanks. Hello.
Hello.
He's
Scott,
like,
how you doing?
woohoo. All right. Next message.
Yeah, man. We can't trade Thibault away after we just put a mural up for him in Fishtown. Come on.
Sure we can.
Come on,
Like I said earlier, they're going to put a statue up if it leads to a championship of Thibault.
Sure we can.
Trade him away. statue. All right, next message.
So after, I guess maybe a couple
Imagine.
months, maybe beginning of February, end of January, I wasn't able to see my yard due to that white stuff. But you know what? It finally
White
melted,
stuff.
and you know, this is what came to mind.
That white stuff. Oh, it's not the 50 Cent remake? This is breaching copyrights.
It reminds me of some summer days that I'm ready for. I'm ready to hear the crack of the bat and some Phillies games. Let's go Phillies.
Now I want to listen to that Nickelback 50 Cent remake now.
Wait, so Nickelback makes you think of the Phillies? That's terrible.
No, my yard.
No, just kidding.
Yard.
Yes,
Michael.
is it 7:05 yet? Ready for first
Nickelback?
pitch and Nickelback.
From Nickelback?
Nickelback? All right, next message.
Anybody just tuning in has never seen the show, we are on the caller segment. If you have not called the line, the number is right there on the screen. Call it, leave a message. We might play it. We're definitely going to play it.
Play it right now, too.
Play it right motherfucking now.
I don't know where I am in orientation.
You're right there. You're right there. It's always down. The number's down. And for all of us, it's down. It's down. Except for you, Sean. It's up. Just kidding. It's down. All right. Next message.
I'll fucking see you, Djack. I'll fucking see you, Carson. Fucking see you,
They
Alshonymous.
say Parson?
Fucking see you in a Kia.
Michael Parsons.
Cleaning house. Ertz, you're next. Fletch, bye-bye. Kelsey,
No,
nice knowing
Saying
you.
goodbye to everybody.
no.
Saying goodbye to everybody. He
Oh,
wants to clean
God.
house. He's unhappy. All right.
No.
All right. Next message.
Yeah.
Familiar voice.
Hey, boys, it's Grandma.
Hey, Grandma.
Hey.
What's
Grandma.
going on with the Eagles? I thought Nick Foles was coming back. I really miss that man. What a nice man. Anyway, just wanted to call and make sure your belly was full. If you need something to eat,
My
come
bills?
over my house when the show's over. I'll
Bellies.
cook you up a plate.
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks, Grandma.
Grandma sound a little younger than that one than usual.
Yeah, maybe
Need some
she-
soup.
She got her COVID vaccine. That's why.
Yeah, she got her COVID
Feeling
vaccine.
better.
All right. Next message.
Is there a woman's version of Viagra?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Hey, somebody's happy about the win.
9, 8, 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody.
Crack your hands. Java, go lay down. The fuck are you doing? Go lay down. Go lay down.
Anybody that can't see, Java is Blanco's dog.
Yeah.
He's not yelling at his coffee.
It's not an actual, it's not a Jawa. Or is it?
A Jawa? Oh, great Star Wars reference.
Yo, I saw the corniest thing the other day that made me laugh. There was a Toyota Celica in the parking lot, and it had a sticker of Yoda, and underneath it said "Toy Yoda."
Oh, nice.
That's actually pretty good. I like that.
Nice.
I saw a DeLorean meme as I was scrolling through Facebook right before we got on here, and it was
Yeah.
a picture of Pedro Pascal, and he was like kind of like pointing like over here, and it said "This is the way," and it was just like a big bottle of protein.
Danny, what happened to you?
Sorry.
It's so bad, but it's so good.
That's so funny. Any more messages?
Yeah. There's a few more.
Message.
Go.
Man, anybody else get a boner from that Bryce Harper and that Clearwater t-shirt?
Yes.
Them guns. All Jack. Let's go, Felix. Giggity giggity.
It's like a diamond in an ice.
Somebody was saying this morning that they were mad that Bryce Harper was so jacked.
Why?
because it said that baseball players don't need to be that jacked, and they should, they should be more limber.
Yeah.
And that's why Tom Brady has lasted as long as he has, because they said when you bulk up too much, you're more prone to tearing things and
Well, yeah, that is true.
stuff like that, because you're so big that when you are so like mobile and athletic that you're more prone to that thing. And they're like, that's why everybody makes fun of Tom Brady, but Tom Brady is 43 years old winning Super Bowls, who hasn't had an ounce of sugar in like 15 years, and he doesn't like weight train. He does like fucking yoga and meditates and just is on like a strict diet and does like medium type of like actual like weight training.
He power walks.
Like his body. He power walks.
He does avocado curls.
Yeah, avocado curls and yoga.
Hey.
So I don't know. I mean, it was kind of a. At first, I was like,
we'll check back
Bryce
in on.
Harper's a sexy beast. I wish I was Bryce Harper.
Me too.
I look at him like he is gigantic, but at the same time, I'm like,
he's got some guns.
He's trying to emulate the flow.
Yeah, me too. Not gonna lie to you. I
love it.
Trying to trim the beard up a little bit. Trying to get the arms grizzled a little bit. I'm working on it. I'll be like the fat Bryce Harper.
Really thick and dark right now, or no?
Yeah, we're all trying to look like Bryce Harper. That's exactly right. We're all doing it. Dan, come on, catch up.
Brycey. Come on, man.
Your beard looks as thick and dark as Michael Clark Duncan.
May God rest his soul.
Oh shit, he is.
Don't you put that evil on me.
He said, "I'm afraid of the dark." Oh, Green Mile, such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's like the saddest movie ever.
Y'all ever see the Slammin' Salmon?
Slammin' Salmon?
Yeah.
I can't say I have. Blancflix.
It's on Blancflix.
Ah, well, then I'm gonna have to dabble.
It's Broken Lizard?
Yeah.
Super Troopers?
Yeah.
It's them. They made the movie.
Nice.
Clark Duncan is one of the main actors in the movie. It's really good, really fucking hilarious movie.
MCD, love him. May you rest in peace.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 more messages. Let's get them over with.
2 more, let's go.
Man, I can't wait to hear my message on the Quarterback Factory show.
Damn.
He's happy.
Okay.
Oh, we just lost a viewer. That must have been him. Just waiting for his message.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Last message.
Hey, boys. It's Grandpa.
Oh, Grandpa.
Oh,
You
hey,
never
Grandpa.
listen to any of my messages. How come you never call me back? Why does this show go on so late? Oh, I'm so tired. It's bedtime. Oh, my hips. Oh.
My hips.
Grandpa's always
Honestly,
complaining.
Grandpa, same. You, Grandpa.
We all feel as old as you sound. How about that?
Grandpa, Grandma, little Nicky. We had a couple familiars calling. That's pretty good.
It was good. Good to hear from him.
All right, yes.
Couple new voices.
Coach Brown just doesn't call no more because he's just in Australia.
Yeah, I miss Coach Brown. We got to get his.
If you were living it up in the Australian sun doing hakas with the rugby team, would you?
Hakas.
He's probably got like a huntsman spider pet too.
I read like some Twitter stat that there's like there's so many kangaroos in Australia that if they like organize they can overtake New Zealand or some shit like that.
Oh, absolutely.
So good.
Fucking Twitter.
You guys ever see that video of that guy that rescued that dog and had a fist fight with the kangaroo?
That is hilarious.
Straight up punched the kangaroo in the face.
That dude's got to carry his fucking scrot around in a radio flyer because, dude, a kangaroo will disembowel you with one swift kick.
Yeah.
Done. They're like
he stunned him too. Kangaroo was like, "Whoa!" No.
He said, "Hey, mate, what the fuck?"
It's the Glass Joe of kangaroos.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Yeah, and he just stood there like the kangaroo was just like stunned.
Shocked.
The kangaroo was shocked. He was like, "I'm gonna kill this motherfucking human." Oh shit!
I'll give you 10 seconds.
He felt disrespected.
Hold on, let me take off my shit.
Took out his earrings.
Oh no, he didn't.
Pulled the little Joey out of his couch.
Yeah.
The kangaroo was like,
"Oh hell
no!"
Yeah. The kangaroo was like, "I'll give you 10 seconds. One, bang!" Hit the jaw.
Listen, man. I'm not fucking with kangaroos are the velociraptors of fucking outback.
Hey.
the velociraptors of marsupials.
Look at this here. Look at a velociraptor with a pouch.
Clever girl.
Oh,
How the
man.
hell did you get a velociraptor into that? That's
Velociraptor with guns that can punch you.
Yeah. It will literally sock the shit out of you.
They don't give a
Yeah. Nope. No fucks given kangaroos. My God. All right. So, Dan proposed a question earlier today. What's in your opinion? I mean, not even the all-time steal, but like a really good steal in Philadelphia sports history for like a draft. So somebody that was taken in a later round, or somebody who never was supposed to pan out but actually did. Mike fit in earlier and said Trent Cole, who was what, 5th round pick?
5th round pick, I believe.
Yeah.
He's like number 2 or number 3 on the sack list all time for Eagles.
Yep, number 2.
Yeah.
2? Yeah, I think he's 2. So that's a very good one. And I think, Dan, you brought up Jason Kelsey. Who was he, a 6th round pick? Kelsey?
He was 6th round, yeah.
Yeah. And what did you say? A punter was drafted
Right after him.
Wow.
That tells you something.
Yeah. Now he's all-pro center. So, yeah.
Maybe even a Hall of Famer.
Possibly even
a Hall of Famer.
So I think that anybody drafted, I mean, if you're going by Eagles, anybody drafted in what? The 3rd round, 4th round on would be considered?
4th round, 4th through 7th round.
Yeah. Obviously, 1st, 2nd almost go together. And then the 3rd is actually like the 2nd round, if you really think of it. But
well, I mean, it's the top 100. In the first round, you're getting your pick of the top 100 players in college football. So that's not really a steal.
Yeah, exactly. As far as the other sports, Sean, you said Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard
is a really good one.
5th round pick. I mean, fastest player to 100 home runs. If he doesn't blow his Achilles out in the NLCS against the Cardinals, who the fuck knows where his career goes?
Bloody nil.
And another one for the Phillies too is probably going to be the greatest Philly in history, Michael Djack Smith. So he's probably, I forget what round, but he was a late round too.
Really?
So yes.
Let me pull up the Google.
So Mike Schmidt was, I forget what round, but he's a late round pick. He wasn't.
Crap. But Dan, you had a list right there of whose list is it? Somebody's list.
It's just
the Google's top 5 Sixers who
greatest. So the only reason why if you look up, you really can't get Philadelphia's greatest draft steals and get them all bunched into one. So this one gives you the title off the bat of what we're talking about. It's the greatest draft steals in Philadelphia 76ers history. So that pretty much sums up what we're talking about. So
told you, and it's a picture of genuine.
I'm looking at the Eagles draft steals, and it's bringing back some memories. And Clyde Simmons was a 5th round pick. That's pretty. That's definitely a steal. Obviously, I don't know how you can argue away from Kelsey being the steal of the millennia, just given his Super Bowl speech alone.
And I mean, yeah, I know I said 3rd round picks aren't really steals, but we got Westbrook at the very end of the 3rd round, and I mean that's
Westbrook is definitely, it absolutely has got to be a steal. And I mean, I would even consider Shady a steal in the 2nd round.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you can call Joel Embiid a steal with the 3rd overall pick because of the way basketball is.
Yeah.
I mean,
if he didn't break his back,
given Shady's career, he's
What?
obviously a first round running back in hindsight. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, who's on that list, Dan? Read us off their
All
names.
right. So you're gonna be
Get
shocked,
ready to
man,
be
'cause it's
depressed.
like, so this is who they got for start. So we got, I guess it's 4. It looks like. Let me see. I have 4. Okay, so 4 according to this site. The first one is Lou Williams. So he went, mid-second round. He was a 45th pick back in 2005. I mean, you could, but
Yeah, I mean,
to
six
me,
man of the year.
this question is like, Kelsey's a prime example of where I want this question to go. Somebody who just helped the team out, and I really like Ryan Howard. That's probably I think he's up there. You can argue him being like 1, 2, 3 maybe, but that's how I wanted to go. But Lou Williams to me, he's a steal, but he didn't quite do nothing for us. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Who is the steal that really helped us in general? So Lou Williams, how many years we have him? Maybe 3, 4, maybe maybe a little longer, but
3 or 4 years.
I don't even think we got a second contract here. I think he played out his rookie deal and then
yeah. So a couple of these names that.
Throw them out to us. I want to get a kick
okay,
out.
so they got number 3 being Caldwell Jones. 32nd overall pick in the 1973 draft. So that's not my time. But Brendan, you would probably know a little bit better than that. Caldwell Jones. Yeah.
Not that old. Jesus.
Well, I mean, you're
I know.
the basketball guy, so.
Cat's running through the house like it's the fucking Kentucky Derby and the baby just fell asleep.
I mean, when he got to Philly, he would become an
Derby?
important piece of the team for the next 6 years, averaging 7 points. Those points ain't really. So number 2 is going to be Mo Cheeks.
Yeah.
So he was the 36th overall pick in the 1976 draft.
36 rounds?
Yes, correct. 36th overall pick in the
So that's
1976 draft.
That's second round. Right? Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess so. I mean, NBA draft
probably
is
only
different.
20 teams in the league at that time, so
Yeah.
it was a late, and there is only 2 rounds in a basketball draft.
So they don't. So the number 1 man, I said, Lou Williams is the only one that really came to my mind, that I knew. But then you got Hal Greer. I guess that's how you pronounce his last name.
Pam Greer? Pam Greer?
Hal
Greer.
Hal Greer.
Fucking who Hal Greer is.
13th overall pick in the 1958 draft.
Dude, he's one of the greatest.
When there was only 13 picks in the draft.
Yeah, right. 13-year-old was a late second-round pick at that time. What? Come on, man.
Hal Greer
You're saying
is
13th
a Hall
overall
of
was a
Famer.
late second-round pick.
Wow.
Hal Greer's number is retired.
Yeah. I mean,
10-time All-Star and 7-time All-NBA selection. So he did his thing.
you're going back to Will Chamberlain days. He was playing. Holy shit, dude. That just goes to show the Sixers' illustrious draft history.
Yeah, if only the Eagles could have that too.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I would put Jeremy Grant over Lou Williams. I mean, he wasn't great. He wasn't a spectacular here, but he's put together a hell of a career so far. And he was a second-round pick. Robert Covington. I mean, could you put him up there?
Rocco.
What about Vucevic? And was it Vucevic? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Is that the last name?
Vucevic.
Yeah.
And he looked like he went over to Orlando and had.
He's an all-star.
He's averaging 24 and 11.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's crazy.
He was just like a goofy guy. They were like, oh, look at this asshole. He's a process guy. He sucks. Get him out of here. What else then? Christian Wood.
Yeah.
Houston or the Rockets? Houston Rockets?
He was here.
Oh,
yeah, he was here.
Houston Oilers.
Houston Oilers. Bust out. Warren Moon. Get at it. Who else? I can't think of anybody. Honestly, can't. I like
It's
totally
tough.
drew a blank on it. I totally drew a blank on it, but I'll take your words for it. I'll go with
I
Brian
was
Howard.
before we got on. I think we did say we wanted to include the Flyers too, and Rick Tocchet was
Oh yeah, Rick Tocchet.
he was another one that was a pretty late steal.
Dave Schultz was a third-round pick.
They
Dan,
did get Ryan Madison too. The Phillies a little late too.
There you go. That's another good one.
You gotta count him in, just like
If Rule 5 counts, I mean, are we counting Rule 5? Because Jason Worth and Shane Victorino both came out of the Rule 5 drafts. So,
Sure.
I mean, we're drafting from another team's minor league system, so it feels kind of cheap, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
I would say no, but I guess you
Dan,
can.
were you there in Atlantic City when we saw Rick Tocchet?
Maybe.
Mike was
I
there.
don't remember.
We went to Atlantic City. We were like standing in line somewhere, and he was up at like the cash counter, and he just had like a big fucking wad of cash.
Was he cashing out or something?
Yeah.
Or, I might have been.
For cashing in?
I think you were there. Cashing in or cashing out. But we knew it was him. My man just had a wad of cash. Just like, here you go. Boom. Give me some shit.
Give me my
crazy.
money.
Yep. Well,
that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like it's so. I mean, I guess we could. You don't have
Kelsey,
to get
Howard.
Yeah,
all those guys. Absolutely interesting.
You don't have to pick a number one. It's just good to talk about which. Who was the Steelers? So.
Ron Hextall. In the 1982 draft, there was only 24 teams in the NHL at the time, and he went 119th. So he was
man, that's a steal. That's worthy of it being up there.
Didn't he get fired?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a...
He did fire.
That's great.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have that.
How many Stanley Cups have we been with him?
You're fired.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So quickly before we jump on out of here, I really wanted to touch on the Sixers because they're the best.
And we got a little bit of Phillies or no? Do we get both in?
Yeah, we talked about the Bryce Harper boner already.
And
no, I mean Philly's early expectations. I think that they're definitely going to be better than last year.
Sixers need the love though. Sixers first place, baby.
Sixers definitely first place. I mean, we got Embiid starting again in the All-Star game. Ben Simmons is an All-Star again as a reserve, and Tobias Harris got snubbed. But then again, Devin Booker didn't make it, but now he is making it because I don't think Anthony Davis is going to be available to play. The Sixers are still in first place. They had another big win on national television tonight against Luka and the Dallas Mavericks.
22-11.
Yeah. What can't you really say about them, man? I mean, their bench does need some help. Wow. Now there's the big rumors out there that possible trade for Kyle Lowry, which I do have mixed emotions about. Like I said to you guys earlier, he's 34 years old.
Hey, Joe Casey just joined just in time for Sixers talk.
Oh, he must have been listening. I'm about them trading but being smart about it. Like I said to you guys earlier, I mean, if you're going to give them Maxi Thibault and a first or second round pick for Kyle Lowry, that's just saying you want to push the win right now, and you're kind of mortgaging the future because I still like Thibault. You really don't know what you have with Maxi yet. He seems like a promising young talent. And to give up more draft picks, I know it's not like draft picks like it's the NFL where you're like, oh, I got to get a first rounder. You got to give me your firstborn child and a pint of blood. So, I mean, plus they wouldn't really be that high of a draft pick. Not like trust the process days where it was like a 1, 2, or 3 top 5 pick. So, I don't know. I would just I mean, if it was for Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine, preferably Bradley Beal, I will drive Maxi and Thibault, and I'll cut out a big cardboard thing that says as many first-round picks as you want and take it.
I think if the Sixers were to find a way to get Bradley Beal, we would. Jesus, I mean, we're already
They should have found a way to get Harden, man, because that's just They built a friggin' empire over there in Brooklyn. That's just my opinion.
It's crazy. I think that the Harden trade rumors were the best thing that ever happened to Ben Simmons because he's been playing excellent since those trade rumors. I looked up
he just wanted to make the All-Star game.
But his stats so far
today he played pretty well too, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
His stats in February have been amazing. I've been a big Ben Simmons hater, so to speak. But I mean, he's been averaging, I think, like 22, 9 and 8, like since February, which is, I mean, dude, if you can give me 22, 9 and 8, then you are a top 10 player in the league. With that defense at 22, 9 and 8, you're a top 10 player. And with Joe playing at MVP level, Tobias Harris averaging 21 and 8, and if Ben can give us 28 and 8, 29 and 8, I mean, with shooting 70+% from the line, we're legit. We are real, true blue contenders.
Speaking of Joe, friend of the show, Joe, Casey, says, Green, Thibault, Scott, Bradley, and Ferguson is the package that makes the salary work.
There you go. Because, that's the thing with the NBA is that when you're over the
need expiring contracts.
Yeah, well, no, it's when you're over the cap, you have to
luxury
make
or something, right?
Salaries match within a certain percentage for things to work, to stay within the threshold. So we would have to, Danny Green and Mike Scott would have to go in the deal just to make the cap work. And then Thibault and like a first rounder would be like here's your value, but then you have to take these guys to make the salaries work.
Right.
You know what I mean? The trade generator that was sent in the group chat earlier. Oh my God. Bring DeAndre Bembry here, Philly, St. Joe's kid. I think he was a St. Joe's kid, yeah. St. Joe's or Temple? Either way, I know
it was close to what Joe said, except for it had let me see if I can open that shit up.
I think he said Tony Allen or whatever the fuck his name is. Tony Bradley. That's his name.
Not Stuart Bradley.
Sean Bradley.
One thing that we forgot to touch on with the Eagles fire sale, it seems like everyone forgot that Andre Dillard's on this team. You can probably get some sucker to pay a third or fourth rounder for him.
Thank God.
I mean,
get him out of here.
If we can unload Slay, Dillard, and Ertz and pick up a couple more 3, 4s, 5s, like just those.
Yeah, I would add in. I know it's probably gonna be hated to say this, but I would throw Cox in there too.
Yeah.
Throw Cox in.
Oh, so I found the trade. I know you guys have moved on, but I found the trade. I'm gonna read it.
Good.
No, we're still in the Sixers.
It's Lowry and Bembry for Danny Green, Mike Scott ain't no bitch, Ferguson, and Tony Bradley.
I mean, it would never happen.
Yeah.
No, it would never happen.
That's like at least that's ESPN's NBA trade machine that's saying that the trade would be successful according to the salary. But I trust Joe Casey over the ESPN.
I mean, we would have to definitely give up either Tease, Shake, or Maxey and some.
Yeah, they're not gonna take some bullshit.
Tease was in there, wasn't he? No, wait, no. Yeah, I don't know how he didn't have Tease in there.
I
went to the trade machine and I added Tease in there. It seemed like you had to have Tease in there.
I don't know if I would give all of that up. Like I said, just for Kyle Lowry, I would rather just kind of stand pat and see what the buyout market brings us. Or if there's a team that gets real desperate before the trade deadline to blow shit up. You know what I mean? Bring in a vet, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not saying doing it. I'm not saying they're doing it right now. I mean, closer gets to the trade deadline, like see what happens, see what you can pull off, and then.
I think a stretch 5 is more beneficial to this team anyway. Honestly,
they were talking about getting Oladipo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to be our fourth guy, to be the fourth fiddle, so to speak. I'm not opposed. Yeah. It's just like, what are you giving up? You know,
it's like,
exactly. What to give you.
That's just rumors I heard. Like, talking about like maybe going after Oladipo. Like, I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to bring Drew Holiday back. I think that would have been a great move to make, but you know, he's obviously pretty comfortable with Milwaukee. There's, currently still Milwaukee. They're going to finish, in the top 3. So
Didn't they give him a nice little paycheck though?
yeah, he got a little. I think he got a
He
little
got paid. He got paid.
He got paid.
extension. Yeah,
But I'm hesitant on the whole, giving up a lot for Lowry. I'd give up a lot for Beal or Levine, like I said, but for Lowry, I mean, Lowry would be he would be right here, and he'd be the definite like missing piece. He would bring that dog on the floor, and he's got championship experience, and he can shoot, he can handle the ball, he can defend.
yeah.
It's almost you're almost bringing in another Jimmy Butler-esque type of player that you had before. In a sense.
Poor man, Jimmy Butler.
So I'd do it for the
defense.
right price, and even if they did, give up Tease or Maxey and something else, and did acquire him, I still wouldn't hate it. So I'm not opposed to it, but I wouldn't hate it if it happened.
And I think because Danny Green and Mike Scott both come off the books next year, and we have the NBA has like bird rights that we could re-up Lowry like a 2-year deal.
What
I
happened
would
to
do
that
that
ball?
ball. Good job, Dan.
So it's not like we would just be letting them walk. You know what I mean? Just getting a half a year out of them. So
Right.
Oleg's
That's
back.
cool.
Oleg's back. He says he's the current top-rated defensive point guard.
there you go. I mean, dude, he's a stud. Imagine at the end of games.
End of sentence.
If you have Ben, Joe, say we keep Tease and we give
where it's
up
at.
Max.
Imagine.
We give up we give up Shake or Maxi and we keep Tease. Imagine, we're up by 7 with a minute and a half to go in a game, and you have Kyle Lowry, Ben Simmons, Tease, and fucking Joel Embiid on the floor. One of us could be out there playing as the fifth guy, and we're still probably going to shut him
Just
down.
running around in circles.
Yeah, I think if you want to do like it's time. It's prime time for Joel and Simmons. You might want to think about getting them a championship now. Like giving away Maxey might not be the worst thing right at this moment if you're trying to get them a chip.
Yeah,
So,
Ben, Toby, and Joel Embiid are all playing the best basketball of their careers right now. So everything seems to be clicking. We got to make it happen, man.
Yeah.
I'm whatever.
Yeah, go like the Eagles, like go mid-season, go get that Jay Ajayi that gives you that push, push you right over. Like you guys are good, you're good. Now check out, like we're bringing this guy in to push us out even more.
True that.
So I'm all for it.
So bring in somebody from London.
He must be from London.
You talk like you're from London. All right, I'm going to fuck the bed.
Yeah, me too.
Thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm excited that the Phillies spring training first game is this Sunday, even though it's not televised. It's we got some nice weather coming and some. And they said that they might be having some people
at the bank.
Yep. Yes, limited amount of capacity of audience and fans at the bank, so maybe that's going to apply.
I'm getting calls from Flyers, like they want to put people in the stands next year. Yeah. Like they want to sell me a car warranty. Like, it's like stop calling me. Like man, like
I have you on the phone.
Did you know that your water pipes under your house can corrode?
They're like, hi, Dan. This is Charles with the Philadelphia Flyers. You're interested in purchasing a package for the 2021-22 upcoming season. And while you're at it, have you thought about re-upping on your car insurance?
Your car's extended warranty.
Your car insurance doesn't cover maintenance.
Yeah, and while you're at it, the mortgage rates are insanely low this time of year. If you're looking to refinance, please contact our offices.
They keep hounding me.
Hey, man, they're diversifying, man.
Diversify your bonds, bitch. Protect your goddamn neck. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to some Phillies baseball. Looking forward to Flyers getting off the COVID kick and getting back into the win column. Looking forward to the 76ers continuing to dominate and see what the All-Star break has in store for them and the trade deadline. Hope to keep playing good ball. And we're less than a month away from the NBA's new year starting, believe it or not. So should be interesting.
The NBA?
Or not the NBA, the NFL. I'm delirious.
Same.
So that's it for me.
All right, man.
I'll say this. I wonder if there's ever going to be another Dollar Dog Night.
No.
I'm sad thinking about it.
John Middleton's literally crying in his fucking Maserati.
That's the first thing I thought when he's crying broke. I'm just like, damn, they're gonna take away Dollar Dog Night. God damn it.
You know what though? I don't think that's a Phillies promotion. I think that's like Hatfield. I think that's something that they do in partnership.
Yeah, it's Hatfield's Dollar Dog Night.
Yeah, it always has been. So,
yep.
Let the Viva la Dollar Dogs.
Viva la Dog.
Hey, they'll be.
We can have our own.
I think. Well, I mean, if the Phillies do come back, it's almost obligatory that the QBFS and family go out for a live show from Citizens Bank while we stuff our face.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we will.
Oh, randomly, I just thought of that because you guys are talking about Dollar Dog Night and stuff. If you ever want to read something funny, I'm not sure if there's footage of it, but I think it was in the 70s or the 80s. They had dime beer night at an MLB game.
Yes, I did see that. I think it was
was that the one?
People in the stands.
Was that the one you guys were talking about? It was college night or some shit like that, or was that just the original Dollar Dog Night?
No, it was a Major League Baseball game, and they're like, "We're going to charge a dime for beers." There's like 30 fights. People got arrested.
I know you guys got to heard. You guys had to have heard, Brennan, especially you driving, had to hear that stupid commercial when the girl that says, they want to charge more than a dime. You heard that commercial? More than a dime. I forget how it goes, but I know you driving would probably have to heard it.
Oh yeah, I hear everything, dude.
Joe from Cordell and Cordell.
Yeah, the one that
I'm not licensed in your state.
But mine toadies are.
the one that makes me just want to jerk the wheel into a brick wall is the dun 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 1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. I'm like, I literally punched the radio to turn it off. I'm like, stop.
What about WeBuyAnyCars.com? WeBuyAnyCars.com.
No, like, I can do that one.
Any.
I can just do that one. I just
recently seen that.
But it's like a little kid that comes on too. She's like, 1877 cars for kids.
I missed the Club Onyx, dude.
Oh, that was just about to say
Which one?
That one.
The Club Onyx, dude.
If you ain't here, you ain't nobody.
It's the hottest party in the city.
Oh man, I remember
that. I can't
believe it. Yeah, we gotta get that dude on. And I think he does a car like auto sales commercial too.
Yeah, it's Rolls Auto. It's Gilly the Kid's fucking.
No credit, bad credit.
No problem.
Got you.
You need that sounder. You need that sound effect, Blanco.
Yeah.
The horn.
Don't we have it? I think we do.
I thought you had it, didn't you?
Really?
There he is.
Adrian is awake.
Shut up, Onyx.
All right, well, that's it for us here this week, episode 39. Thanks for everybody for watching and tuning in, reading. Check out the blog post, quarterbackfactory.show.
QBFactory.show.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Big shout out to Matt Donor, too, for doing the piece for the Q&A. If you haven't checked it out.
Excellent, Matt. Excellent
work, Dan. Thanks for doing that. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you next week. Until then, go Sixers, go Flyers. Welcome back, Phillies. And can't wait to see what kind of fucking news we get next week from our beloved Eagles.
You ain't there, you ain't nobody.
Djack.
We are out of here. Thanks to Ray Ray Beats for the music.
Yes, thanks, Ray Ray.
Shout out to Ray Ray.